with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Baxter Regional Medical Center, providing big city healthcare with a hometown touch. And now, down on the corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, April 10th, 2019, 7 a.m. and welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Gallus.
Beautiful morning.
Gorgeous.
It's an awesome morning.
Oh, took a little Pepper out for his little morning excursion at 5:30. It was already nice and just a hint of light coming up and so nice.
It's a beautiful morning this morning.
I think we got some wind on the way today.
Do we?
Yeah, we'll get to that here in a minute. I was watching Channel 3 yesterday, and does the word 50 miles an hour?
Oh, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
No problem.
Anyway, we'll get to the weather here in just a minute. Beautiful morning in North Central Arkansas, and hope it's the same in Southern Missouri. Beautiful part of the country, Arkansas and Missouri in springtime, and everything budding out, trees, flowers, shrubs.
Yeah, it just seemed like all
Have
of
you
a
had to
sudden
mow yet?
everything went boop.
Yep. Have you mowed yet?
I haven't yet. I need to.
I've mowed once, and I'm getting ready for the second round already.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Must
And
be
I haven't
nice.
even put fertilizer out
Must be
this year.
nice to have that kind of time.
Some people are just organized.
There's no way I'm more organized than my day, dude. There's just no
You
time.
got headlights on that lawnmower. Get out there at night. Oh, don't you love it? Hey, I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. You can do the very same thing with 3 locations to serve you right here in Mountain Home. We got Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. Excuse me. Highway 62 East Plaza, and then, of course, Bomber Boulevard. At 7:02, they're going to be getting busy with all the kids going into school and the faculty.
Or you can come by here and get the maximum
We've
strength
got the adult
version.
dose for you right here. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive, so come on down sometime. Say, I'm going to go have coffee with Dale and Scooter. So come on in. Coffee pot's right over there. We got some chairs right over here, so come on in and have some fun. Join us on the show and enjoy Brewed Awakening Coffee. 3 locations in Mountain Home, and they've got the mochas and the lattes and the espresso shots, and they've got black coffee and anything you want to mix in it. I think if you wanted motor oil in there, they'd probably add a little 10W30 to it.
Well, I don't think there's much difference in consistency on yours than motor oil.
Yeah.
I think my truck would run on it.
Anyway, check them out. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Best coffee in town, believe me. Anyway, Roller Funeral Homes brings you the morning prayer each and every day. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes right here in Mountain Home. Talk to Charlotte or Bruce or Chris. Anyone down there will help you. 29 Roller Funeral Homes in the state of Arkansas, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Right here in Mountain Home, very professional, caring, loving, and they will get the job done. It's just amazing, their knowledge with that industry. And, of course, it's a sad situation for the families, and so they know how to handle things perfectly. So give them a call, stop by and visit with Charlotte, Bruce, Chris, anyone down there will be glad to help you. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, what makes us such a violent society, and why we seem to have such an explosive temper? Why is there so much hatred in our country? Someone says something we don't like, we just shoot them anymore. Seems to be our way of handling things. Lord, what are we teaching our children? Is this the behavior we want them to have as adults? Scripture plainly spells it out. Thou shalt not kill. Gang violence in our cities is all based on hatred. Lord, we need as a country to turn back to God and your commands. I pray that you heal our country. And it's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring you the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Haven't seen Brad in a while. We need to get him back in sometime. Maybe May or June, get him back in, stop by.
He's awesome to talk to. I like talking to
so
him.
professional. I'll tell you what, Roller Funeral Homes do a fantastic job. Went through it in November and handed them a couple pieces of paper. They asked me a couple of questions. Signed here, we were done. It's amazing their knowledge and how they handle that situation. So, morning weather is brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. For all your real estate needs, give them a call at 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retiretoarkansas.net. We're going to take a look at the White River real quick. We're looking in from Marion County into Baxter County. You can see the city of Cotter right there. The bridge lights are already shut off. Boy, it's getting light earlier in the day. 7:05 in the morning. You can see the beautiful White River there as it comes around the bend there in Cotter. On the upper left-hand side of the horizon, excuse me, I'll get this frog to hop one of these days. The upper horizon line would be the state of Missouri, and on the upper right-hand side would be the city of Mountain Home. And Gasville's in the mix in there somewhere, but right there you see the city of Cotter, mainly the Cotter Park, and the Big Spring area down there. Beautiful shot this morning. That's brought to you by the Z Team. Oh yeah. Any boats? You see any boats on the river yet?
I don't see any.
I don't see one yet.
No.
Wow. The live morning shot of the White River brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs, buying or selling. Looking for property, call the Z Team, 870-405-0793. I want to invite folks to check out the website, retiretoarkansas.net. There you can go through everything they have listed through the MLS and through Century 21. They can check out properties in Arkansas and Missouri for you, so be sure to check that out. Very user-friendly website, and you can also log in and see the White River all day long right there on the live shot. This is a live shot at 7:06 this morning. It's not a recording, and it is as we see it right now. So anyway, morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Right now, 60 degrees in Mountain Home, 64 in Flippin. Harrison checks in at 62. It's 64 in Yellville, 57 in Salem. Calico Rock, Arkansas, another beautiful little city on the White River, 60 degrees right now. Mountain View, another fine. So we got a lot of fine little cities around here. 50 degrees in Mountain View, Arkansas this morning. St. Louis got the cool spot so far at 49. 51 at Poplar Bluff, 57 at West Plains, 59 in Branson. And Watford City wins the award for being cold. 25. Still, oh, gosh.
You got to expect it there,
25.
Though. It is what it is.
That hurts to think about. I want to collapse these temperatures, and this is from Weather Nation. This shows the possibility for strong storms. We've got a pretty powerful low system coming across, and the highlighted area is southwest Iowa, northwest Missouri, southeast Nebraska, northern Kansas. And so we'll take a look at the national radar real quick. That line of precip starts in the Dakotas, comes across South Dakota mainly into Minnesota, Iowa, and north, central, and northern Illinois. And it's actually reaching into Indiana right now, too. And so that seems to be moving north, northeast. That was that one that's going to have a little bit of punch behind a lot of that cold weather. I'm going to try hitting that. Let's see if I can hit the central Illinois, see what's going on in central Illinois. Can we do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Central Illinois, this is just southwest of Chicago, about 100 miles or so. You can see this stretches from just north of Terre Haute, Indiana, all the way back up in northern part of the state, and almost as far back as Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So that's affecting Interstate 57 and 55 going into Chicago for folks traveling today. We'll back out and go back down to Little Rock, Arkansas, and won't do the survey now. They've got that cranked up again, and I don't know if that's actually picking stuff up. I'm going to say it's picking up some shower activity between I-40 and I-30, just north of Hot Springs and south of Russellville. And there may be some scattered showers throughout the state. A little bit picking up, it looks like in, that would be Lawrence County or Randolph County line right there. That'd be Lawrence County, I think, right there in Arkansas. Anyway, I'm going to say Highway 62, 412 east and west is mainly clear. And the interstates that could be affected by some of the precip be Interstate 30 west towards Texarkana and I-40 west towards Fort Smith from Little Rock. Other than that, I'm going to say most of the highways are clear. I-40 and I-49 and I-555 and Interstate 55 coming out of West Memphis, Arkansas. St. Louis radar stop. They're showing a little bit of activity, very, very light, even if it's I don't know if it's hitting the ground. Interstate 70 from Columbia to St. Louis, then east towards Vandalia, Effingham, Illinois. Interstate 64 from East St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon looks like it's in pretty good shape. And then I-55, Sykeston, Cape to St. Louis, no problems there. Little bit showing up that may not be hitting the ground just east of Rolla towards St. Louis on I-44 at this time. Southwest Missouri. What do they got with these radars?
I don't know, because I'm looking at another radar map and I'm not showing any
of this.
Any precipitation.
You know, they may just have it cranked up so much, and it's just
Missouri, I got a little clip on the very north.
Near Kansas City?
Way north, near the border
really?
of Iowa, and then Arkansas I'm showing completely clear.
Yeah, it's just maybe picking up moisture in the air. You know, perhaps we've got some higher humidity right now. I don't know, but they've really got the intensity cranked up. Interstate 44, Joplin, Springfield, Raleigh. I'm going to say there's no issues there, along with I-70 from Kansas City to Columbia. They've just, I don't know, they just cranked this thing up for some reason. On the national forecast map, let's refresh this. I'll make sure they're going to be. I was watching Channel 3 yesterday, and they're saying that we've got some wind on the way, and they're calling for high wind warnings like you see in Texas. That's the gold area. Red flag warnings, accelerated drying because of the wind. And some areas in southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas could experience gusts up to 50 miles an hour. Right now, the wind warning is right here. Well, let me see if I can pull this little thing up here.
See, I'm not seeing us under it.
No, we're not right now.
Oh, okay.
It's just to the west of Boone County. Fayetteville is in it, but Fort Smith is not, but it picks up again in Texarkana and goes north to Mena. But it could move a little bit east. We might get in it later on, but it's hard to say. But they said wind gusts could be expected in those areas up to 50 miles an hour. 7-day forecast today, sunny and breezy. Today, high of 86 degrees.
Woohoo!
There you go. Swimming pool time. There you go. Low of 64 tonight. Thursday, high of 76, partly sunny. Thursday night, a low of 42. Friday, a high of 63. We're back down to normal temperatures. I think the high normal right now is between 63 and 67 degrees right now. Thursday night, a low of 42. Friday, Sunday, and 63. Friday night is 42 degrees. Then here we go on Saturday. We start off with a 30% chance of showers. It goes to an 80% chance of showers with a high of 61 degrees. Saturday night, 80% chance of rain. Sunday, 40% chance of rain. We run in temperatures from 61 on Saturday to 43 Saturday night to 58 on Sunday afternoon.
Well, see, all right, here's my issue. We talked about this mowing thing.
Yeah.
And my days are tied up, so I look forward to the weekends to get some of this caught up.
And then it rains.
And then it rains. Yeah. That's how it goes.
Well, maybe the boss is watching. Don't you feel sorry for him? He can't cut his grass.
Oh, God. Here we go. Here's your shot. I'm not going there.
Oh, the drought monitor for Arkansas, Missouri will be updated tomorrow about 9 o'clock. And, of course, with all the rain, there's no drought situations. We'll check iDrive Arkansas. The road conditions are pretty good. Slower traffic in Little Rock on I-30, which is to be expected, and a little bit in Memphis. I'm going to refresh that because that was the same thing yesterday. Maybe they've got that cleared out. Nope. A little bit slower traffic around Benton, Arkansas on 30, and downtown Little Rock coming out of Little Rock on 30. Surprise, surprise. See the little blue round X's? That means there's high water or some problem on the road we need to look at. Over around Paragould, we've got a culvert issue, bridge issue there on Highway 230. And around Tunica, pipe culvert failure on 131. Other than that, travel in Arkansas is good. State of Missouri.
Lit up like a Christmas tree.
Boy, I tell you, if they're not flagging you for something in Missouri, they've had some issues there working on the roads and things of that nature. So if you're going to the Northwest or to St. Louis or wherever it may be, check out MoDOT and pre-plan your route. You may have to use an alternate route. They've still got I-29 closed at mile marker 57 at St. Joe due to flooding.
I went up Kansas City,
What's it like?
Independence, and I didn't hit nothing.
Really?
And they're showing...
Yeah, they've been showing this forever, and I keep refreshing this. I don't know.
I flew right up, didn't have a problem.
That's good. That's good. Be sure to check it out. MoDOT and iDrive Arkansas for all your travel information before you travel. The morning weather, of course, is brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Another shot of the White River. Now it's 7:13, coming up on 7:14 this morning. The beautiful White River looking from Marion County into Baxter County, the city of Cotter and Cotter Park right there. For all your real estate needs, Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. RetireToArkansas.net. Community calendar time. Did you do your trumpet?
No, I was going to say something after at break because you flew right through as you were talking about the coffee.
We got to have the trumpet.
It's too late now.
No, it's not. You can
no.
Come on.
No, you blew it. You blew it.
Well, you need to blow it.
I started to say something, and your hot-winded mouth never slowed down and flowed right into it. So it's not my fault at your older age. You're forgetting things.
That means that I've got to go 2 whole days without hearing your trumpet.
Yep, unless you can get Gilly to do it.
Oh, Gil will do it, sure.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard his last one. Dun, dun, dun.
monotone.
Yeah, thong, thong, thong.
Yeah. Community calendar brought you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best breakfast, best lunch in town. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 a.m. The special today is...
You got 2 pancakes. Let's see. No, sorry. I'm thinking of yesterday's. My mind's
his
off.
age is showing up.
I'm a day off because of Monday. So
excuses.
No, we got those big fat breakfast burritos this morning.
Oh yeah.
Those are awesome.
They're awesome.
They are
great.
Homemade breakfast burritos right
You
there
can't
on the
beat
spot.
those.
Comes with a side of hash browns, only $5.88. It's well worth it. For lunch, you have a choice of ham and beans or liver and onion.
Mm-hmm.
2 sides, roller cornbread.
Yep.
Try one of their homemade pies. Go and just have some fun.
You betcha.
I mean, that's what the whole restaurant's
Come on
about.
into Old Time Restaurant, like
have
going
a good
into
time,
Grandma's
let
house.
go, and
Fun.
enjoy your meal.
You bet. Charity Car Show, White River Lions, Fun in the Sun, May 4th, 9 to 3, Big Spring Park in Cotter that we just saw in the live shot here. Specialty awards by Pirate Nation Customs. Entry fee is $20. There'll be awards for General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler. Trucks, rat rods, imports, T-buckets, held in conjunction with the Cotter Trout Festival. Food, drinks, vendors, and music in the park. For more information, call Gary at 870-453-7340 or 847-867-5644. Coming up this Saturday, the Junior Auxiliary Egg Hunt at Mountain Home Parks and Recreation Spring Carnival has been set for April 13th from 11 to 1. The egg hunt will start promptly at 11 at the Cooper Park on the East Fields. Immediately following the egg hunt, Mountain Parks and Rec will host the annual Spring Carnival at the LC Salmon Zoo Center. The carnival will include activities for families and youth 9 years old and under until 1 o'clock. They'll have carnival games and prizes, action games, inflatables, Easter crafts, face art, cotton candy, soft drinks, popcorn. Call 870-424-7275 for more information. Coming up on 7:17, one more look at the White River. We'll take a break. And we'll be talking for Hope for All today. Beautiful White River brought to you by the Z Team. Give them a call at 870-405-0793. Time for a break. Be right back.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
$7:21 on this Wednesday, April 10th. We have Marilyn and Kathryn here from Hope for All, and we've got a lot of activities coming up this weekend, and invite them in to talk on the program on what's going on. And I think, Kathryn, you going first to tell us what is Hope for All?
Right. Well, Hope for All is an organization to help. We concentrate strictly on the homeless, and we call on other service organizations in the area. We point the homeless to them if there's a need there that they can satisfy. Since we organized in in January, we have we've given out lots of sleeping bags and tents and coats, hats, gloves, that sort of thing. During excuse me, during the bitterly cold nights, we had designated funds for 50 hotel rooms, so like $2,500 that we raised just to put the homeless in. So we were able to keep them out of the bitter cold during those nights. Our real goal, of course, is to help them get off the street. If they want to rehabilitate, we do everything we can to help them with that. And one of the big things that the homeless people face is having lost their identification. So they have to have identification to avail themselves of services around the community. So we've helped 6 people, and that's quite a process. I'm working with Nelda Speaks on trying to get that streamlined a little bit and cut out some of the requirements for the homeless people.
Well, let's stop right there for a minute. They lost their identification.
Right. So either maybe when they were evicted, or they have had it stolen, or
you mean like a driver's license or a social security card?
Right, everything. So they have no birth certificate. Which is the main thing to get identification at the revenue office. They would need like a birth certificate. Or 2 other forms of identification. Well, those forms of identification are, utility bill or, things that we would have, but they don't have. So we have to go back and get their birth certificate. And every state and every county in a state has different requirements. Yeah. So, and it's very costly. I think anywhere from probably the lowest cost has been $14 to $47. So and in some cases, those states require that they have, before they can even fill out the application or they can accept the application, they have to have it notarized having an identification. Well, they don't have an identification. So it's been
sounds like getting credit.
Seems like it'd be a vicious circle.
Right.
So seems like it'd be a vicious
cycle. Yeah. And so we are helping the homeless do that in order then for them to get jobs. I think we've gotten 6 so far. That whole identification process, including their photo ID and their social security card, so they can get a job and so they can avail themselves of the other services in the area. In addition to that, of course, then we want them to take the next step and get jobs. So we've advocated for them for getting jobs, and so far we've had about 7, I think, that we have. 10. 10 that we'll have to look at our notes here. 10 that we have helped to get jobs, and we've had really good response from the employers about the work that they're doing and how well they're doing. And then the next step is, once they have saved some money and gotten on their feet, then we get them into housing. And so far we've gotten 13 into homes. And one of those was a family of 4 parents with 2 teenage children who were living, in the woods, not really on the streets per se, but in the woods in a tent. We also, during the winter, bought some of these tent propane tanks, heaters, so that they could keep their tents warm. We also bought some little small propane heaters so they could heat up things like soup and, something in beans or stew or whatever there at their campsite. So, and in addition, another thing that we're doing, a lot of people, we don't think about this, but homeless people are kind of beaten down at this point. They don't maybe know who to talk to, how to help themselves. So we're also advocating. I mean, we're not lawyers. We want to get a lawyer in our group if there's anyone out there who would, feel called to do that, step forward. But we have advocated, and we've helped several people now get out of 4 people get through the legal system, and really have had some amazing results. And we just give God the glory for that, for clearing the way.
Most generally, there's no criminal activity necessarily in some of this, right?
Right. A lot of the things that happen is, for instance, I'll give you an example, not to say his name, but one fella was in a home, had a job, he got hit by a car. So through no fault of his, he then he broke into a home, he felt like, to save his life, didn't take anything, drank some water, maybe ate some watermelon, and then that just threw him into a spiral because of his injuries. And then he's not maybe getting to see his probation officer on time, no way to get there. I mean, it's just really a vicious cycle. And these are people who had very productive lives, were very successful in their previous life. And I think, as we recently learned with the government shutdown, I mean, we saw that on the national news, millions of people are only 1 paycheck away from being homeless. So we're trying to help educate the community too about homelessness, and to not look down on people because you haven't yet walked in their shoes.
So how bad is it in the city of Mountain Home?
Well, we all estimates tell us that there are about 200, maybe 200 plus homeless. Now, all of these are not necessarily living in tents. Some live in their cars. Some may get to sleep on somebody's couch occasionally, but various forms. Now, we have worked directly with 60 people, right, Marilyn?
Yeah.
So, I mean, those are the ones that we're actively helping. And once we get them into homes, which are 13 so far, we don't just stop there. We help them get furniture, get, whatever, dishes, pans, everything that they need to live in that home. And then we follow up with them and just, make sure that they're successful in their jobs and in their home. So our goal is, and that's why we really need the community support, because it's not good for a community like Mountain Home, who is a tourist community, to have people panhandling on the corners. It's very important that we be a productive, giving, loving community. And so that, we ask your audience to really to help here. And
one of the wealthiest communities in the state per capita. We've got this going on.
Right. Now, right now, our big thing, Marilyn she works tirelessly with the homeless. I mean, doing intakes with them and And as you may have said in the previous time, that we are a mission under the First United Methodist Church. We didn't start out as that. We just started out as an independent group. And First United
Methodist kind of umbrella.
Methodist took us in and give us a place to meet, and also a place for homeless people to come to. Then Marilyn assesses them, Marilyn and Carolyn there, and they assess them, and then they get them the help, and they call on the rest of the group, and we all pitch in and do our part to help them. So I think and again, because we are faith-based, we believe that God is in this, and we've just seen many, many examples of how He has moved and has helped people. Wow. So we're very thankful for that. Marilyn is working now with some other churches to have meals every day of the week. Word of Life Church has a Wednesday night meal, and then Marilyn, First United Methodist, has the lunch on Thursdays. But we're working toward Monday through Friday of having a hot meal, and we think this will all be set up by the fall. By the time we go back to school. Another thing we're really working with, we have a shelter committee, and so we're working toward getting some permanent shelter. Either to transition people into, or especially on those cold nights, that we can, we know they have a roof over their heads and a warm meal and so forth. So
a bed, a meal, and a hot shower.
Right.
7:31. We need to take a break. More with. What's the official name? Hope for All.
Hope for All.
Hope for All. We'll be right back. Let's take another look at the White River real quick. Can we do that? Pretty, ain't it? Mm-hmm. We'll be right back.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being, they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done, so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
At Connor Family.
$7:35 as we continue our talk with Hope for All. Marilyn and Kathryn are here, and you've got a fundraiser coming up.
Yes, we do. This Saturday, we will have a tent city on the grounds of the First United Methodist Church, and this is to educate the public. We're inviting the public to come, and they will learn about the reasons that people become homeless. You know, we need to educate people because they're not all drunks and druggies. We have a lot of very straight, productive citizens that, you know, that have become homeless. We have people with master's degrees.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. We have got one lady, she's a grandmother with 2 children. She's got a master's degree. We actually have several college-educated people. So it's
things happen, don't they?
So we would like for the public to come and learn about the reasons of homelessness. We are also going to have the other resource groups there that will be telling what they do for the homeless. We are going to have Stone Soup as a little mini fundraiser, just $1 a bowl, and that is just to kind of show, you know, that sometimes you have to put together what you can get for a meal. So it's literally a pot of just anything that comes in.
Really? Well,
and we're having the kids bring, you know, canned goods to add to the pot. One of the things, you know, that Tent City is to do too is to educate our teens about homelessness. So we're going to have events through the night. They are getting sponsorships for the hours that they spend overnight, because this is a fundraiser for us. We're new, so we have no money. And we're going to have activities for them after 6 p.m. when the public will be over. The public is from 2 to 6. And then we're going to have events for the teens. They will be watching and having a devotional on Under the Bridge, which is a film about a couple of guys that gave up their phones. I think they took $50, and they traveled across the United States to 5 different cities and actually lived with the homeless and as the homeless. So
could you do that, Scooter? Could you? I mean, walk out the front, leave your billfold. I don't think I can do it. Leave my car keys right here, my billfold right here, leave my cell phone right here.
For an X amount of time, yeah, I think I could do that.
Could you?
But yeah, permanent. That's the scary part, you know.
Yeah.
So people don't have other options, you know. Where we know there's light at the end of the tunnel. To us, it would just be you know,
we know we could always come back in.
Yeah, for us it'd just be like
I'm looking
having
at
a
this weather
camp
forecast.
trip. But
look at this weather forecast: 30 to 80% chance of rain between Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Yeah.
They don't have a dry spot.
And you know what? If we don't have a dry spot on Saturday, I still want the public to come out, because then maybe they will experience for a short time.
So rain or shine, this is going to happen.
What the homeless have to live through. Because sometimes we get a call and they'll say, our tent is flooded, our sleeping bags are wet, you know, it's cold tonight. And, you know, we literally have to go out to where we can meet with them and give them more sleeping bags. And, you know, it's a sad situation, especially during the cold weather, because, you know, they could literally freeze to death being wet. And
You know, and I don't know that there's. I remember as a kid, we'd be out playing, and it'd be a Saturday afternoon, 3:30, 4 in the afternoon. Get your feet wet. You're outside playing. You come in, and your nose is starting to run, and Mom says, "Are you wet and cold?" And they start taking all the wet clothes off and get you all dried up. And it feels so good to have dry clothes, dry socks, dry shoes, and just warm back up. They can't do that.
Right.
And with the winter we've had, we've not had a lot of snow, just cold after cold after cold after cold. And they've got no light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
And they become so discouraged that they give up. And that's one reason why, like with the legal system or getting IDs or any of that, when they're told no at these agencies, they just turn around and walk out and give up. What we do is we go with them and we advocate for them and work through those blocks.
So they don't have a voice to stand up and say, look, this person needs help.
Right. That's
right. I mean, when you go in, say, to get your ID, and the person sitting behind the desk says, no, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. If they're by themselves, they're already so beat down. I mean, they have to get up every morning and worry about how they're going to sleep that night and what they're going to eat that day. And you know what I mean?
Survival.
The survival mode. And so those things, even though they're very important and they need those things, they've lost the fight. So they give up. If the person sits there and says, no, we can't do this for you, then they turn around and walk out. Whereas with us, we set them down, we get them to focus, because their minds are doing this. Where am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? Where am I going to sleep? Where's safe? And so we set them down and try to get them to focus, and then we tell them, let's take one problem at a time. We're going to give you food. We're going to at least get you into a tent. So let's work on what we can do as the long-term goal, the steps to that long-term goal, and it's really helped them.
We need to raise some money here, so let's talk about raising some money. We'll throw this on the screen for viewers. Arkansas, Missouri, even if I've got friends watching in Illinois this morning, so we need some help here. Donate online. I'll let you explain this. So,
okay, if you go to the First United Methodist Church mountainhome.org, you would have to click on missions.
Okay.
And you need to you click on notes, and then you're going to put Hope for All on there.
Okay, that directs the money.
That directs the money directly to us.
Are you a 501c3 already?
No, we're under the church umbrella right now.
Okay.
It actually takes quite a bit of time to get
it does.
To the point. You have to do a lot of processing and a lot of record keeping to show, what you do. So that's the stage we're in right now. We do hope to eventually become that. Yeah. But this way, if you go through the Methodist Church, then it is tax deductible.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
So you make out your check. First United Methodist Church of Mountain Home.
Yes.
And on the memo, if you write your check,
yes,
you're going to put Hope for All.
Right.
And that will direct it through that line item through the First United Methodist.
Right.
You can also mail a check to First United Methodist Church, 605 West 6th Street in Mountain Home, Arkansas, 72653.
And if you have difficulty with that, just call and we will send someone to pick it up.
Let me give you Scooter's phone number.
We actually have people that volunteer to transport. So we give those numbers to our homeless people, and if they have a job interview, doctor's appointment, need to go to their probation officer, delivered to do community service, then we have transport people that will actually come out and go and pick them up.
Good.
We have one gentleman, he's well known in this community, Mr. Jerry Castor. He goes out every day.
Yeah.
And he does things like make sandwiches and takes out to them at lunch. I mean, he's wonderful. He has worked with a lot, and I keep telling him, you're a magnet, because he keeps bringing us new people, and yes, we have reached about close to 60 clients now that we have met face to face and actually did intake on and gave help to. And we know there's still some out there we haven't met yet because we hear about them. So we're just inviting people. If you know someone that's homeless, ask them if they have been approached by Hope for All. Tell them that we are located at the Methodist Church. Our church hours is, I'm usually there, and I'm the person who deals with this. I'm there at least by 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm there at least till 4 o'clock in the evening. You'll just come to the church and ask for Marilyn or ask for Hope for All, and I'll be glad to sit down with you and assess your problems and help you in any way that we can. So,
okay, let's go back to the screen that I've got here, Scooter, if we can. Go to First United Methodist Church, mountainhome.org, FUMCMH.org. Look for mission, and in the notes line, if you give online, type in Hope for All. That directs the money to Hope for All through the First United Methodist Church. Or mail your check to First United Methodist Church, 605 West 6th Street in Mountain Home, Arkansas, 72653. And maybe by now this other email picture I just brought in will be up so people can see. And we'll put this up. Join us at First United Methodist Church, 605 West 6th Street, Hope for All, Tent City, Saturday, April 13th, rain or shine. And it may be a blessing that it's raining, so people, well, there's nothing worse than being cold and wet.
This is your second tent city, isn't it? Didn't you already?
No. This is our first event.
Okay.
Our next event is going to be May 10th luncheon that we are going to invite the city and county officials for us to discuss how that we can get on board with them and they can get on board with us.
What's the location and time?
This will be at the First United Methodist Church.
Okay. At noon, around noon?
It will be from 11 to 1.
And you'll send us a PSA on that.
Okay.
Yeah, be all right.
And I have already talked with the sheriff because I happened to run into him, but we will be getting out the invitations for that, and we're going to invite the mayor, the county officials, the prosecutor, the probation people, because we want to, stop the cycle in the jail, because a lot of our people go to jail for criminal trespass. When we give them a tent, they look at us and say, where can we camp? And I have to say, I can't tell you that. We recently had 2 get arrested. They were camping in an area that they thought belonged to the church, and not our church, but another church. And the sad thing is the church thought it belonged to them too, but it turned out to belong to a private individual, and so they were arrested. Then they get fined.
Yep, and they don't have the money.
And they don't have the money. And then eventually they serve the jail time and get released, but they've still got the fine. And then we go back to that cycle
So that adds to the burden of the loss of hope.
Yes, it does. And and it's also putting the burden on our legal system here.
Yeah.
We have got people circulating through the jail that is costing taxpayers money. And if we could get those people stabilized, then we wouldn't have the big circle going through the jail.
Yep.
The Sheriff Montgomery complains about that a lot on Facebook.
Does he?
About the circle. And so we want to have this discussion with our civil officials and say, what can we do? And y'all help us with to break this cycle.
7:48, almost 7:49. It's time for a quick break. More with Hope for All right after this. Stick around.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
Hi, it's Bob and Linda Zadora. We're the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty. We'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area,
Technical difficulties. It's got fat fingers on a computer.
Blum, 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 blum. Hey, it happens.
We're visiting with Hope for All, and join us Saturday from 2 to 6 at First United Methodist Church, 605 West 6th Street, Mount Owen. People say, where's West? It's West Road, folks. If you've lived around here for 40 years, it's West Road. Just go west, past the bank. Go out there. And so I'm shocked at some of these stats. You have helped in Mountain Home alone 200 plus. There's that many, and right now you've got 10 employed. You've helped about 60 of the 200.
Right.
Yes.
With all those different things that I mentioned earlier, backpacks, tents, heaters, coats, gloves, hats, hand warmers. And then, of course, the designated fundraising that we did for the motel rooms.
Yeah.
And we wasn't 50 all. It was spread out over those really, really cold nights. But we had.
And we could only do
rooms.
that when the weather went under 20 degrees.
Right. Yeah. So very, very cold.
Why the stipulation? What if it was 21?
Because we could not raise enough money to do like 35-degree nights. Yes, it's still cold, but they can live through that. We just felt that when it hit the teens, then it becomes life-threatening.
Wow.
Yeah. So we only ask, because we had to ask individuals and businesses for that support. And motels is not an answer for homelessness, so we do not do motels as an ongoing thing, and we don't
emergency situation only.
Yes.
Right, emergency only. Now, if we have a homeless person that has become ill, or there's some kind of really big extenuating circumstance, then we go to the pastors of the churches and ask for a motel room out of their pastor funds. But we do not spend money out of any donated funds to Hope for All, except when we designate and ask specifically for motel room money.
Yeah, in addition to contributions, I kind of mentioned this earlier, but we really need specific professional people in our group, because we are going to be working on getting shelter, some type of long-term housing. Short-term housing and long-term housing. And so we really would like to have someone in the real estate business and someone in the insurance business, and we really need an attorney. I'm thinking there are probably some retired attorneys. This isn't a 40-hour-a-week job. but it is something that we really need.
Yes.
Or just that we could call on. I mean, they could attend our meetings and get very involved, or they could just be there for us to call on them when we get have a legal issue. As we mentioned earlier, we do advocate for the homeless when they get into these situations in jail, and you know, and again, it's usually due to their homeless of trespassing, setting up a tent where they shouldn't. But we need that legal advice, and so we're really, that's another kind of plea to the public, is if you're out there and retired and all you're doing is mowing your yard or doing little you know, chores around the house, this is a very rewarding thing to get involved with, because you
what
see
y'all need is a good old-fashioned bunkhouse off of a farm somewhere.
Yeah.
Where they had like 3 or 4. You remember the old bunkhouses?
Yeah.
Yeah. One room would have 4 bunk beds in it. You know.
Right. Yeah. There are lots of ideas, and you're welcome to join us, Dale. Join our group. We'd love to have anyone in your viewer audience who has some ideas or has some expertise in a certain area. Especially in those areas that we just mentioned.
Let's go back. Let me get this other. Y'all keep talking while I get this other email up here. We're going to talk about the raising some more money here.
Okay, well, we have meetings at the First United Methodist Church on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Occasionally we skip a week, but right now we're pretty much by the week. But you can call our number, or you can call the First United Methodist Church at 425-6036 and check and see. But we do have meetings Thursday evenings at 6 p.m.
And once again, donate online. Go to First United Methodist Church Mountain Home, FUMCMH.org. Look for, now they look for missions online, and then under that click notes and Hope for All. That has to be in the post line, the memo line.
Yes.
And you can give online, or you can mail a check to First United Methodist Church, 605 West 6th Street in Mountain Home, 72653. On the memo line of the check, please put Hope for All. That directs the money to Hope for All through First United Methodist Church. We got about 3 minutes before we have to end the program. Final thoughts, and what have we overlooked?
Well, I don't think that we've overlooked this, but I really want to say thank you to all of those businesses and individuals that did contribute for our cold weather rooms. I'd like to thank wonderful ABC Printing for giving us our
got the cards right
our
there.
cards.
Nice.
They did a wonderful job. We are asking for volunteers. We really could use more volunteers. There's just a handful of us right now.
I got an idea. Saturday when it's pouring rain, you know how they have kids that say, well, you're going to give me a dime a mile or 15 cents a mile for walking around the track. Make it like 50 cents a minute for people just to sit in the parking lot in the pouring rain with no umbrella. Think about it. Because that's what some homeless, that's all they've got.
Right.
That's right.
I'm sure the people would say, no, I'll pay you not to do that.
Like Morton Salt, when it
Here's
rains,
money.
it pours. Remember that little slogan?
Yeah, exactly.
When it rains, they get wet.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, and a lot of places that they set up their tents, they don't think about, or maybe there's no availability to set it up on a little knoll, or so they're right down in a runoff and they get flooded. And another thing, though, that kind of goes with that is that when they do have all this wet stuff, we take it to the laundromat and wash it, dry it, so we can redistribute to them. So a lot of things we're doing. Thank you for having us.
You bet. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Join us at First United Methodist Church, Hope for All, Tent City, Saturday, April 13th from 2 to 6. Rain or shine. Come on out and get wet, folks.
Right.
Enjoy stone soup for $1 a bowl, and if you want to give $5 a bowl for soup, that's fine. You can stick up a bowl of soup. But, wow. Talk about awareness.
Yeah. All donations are accepted.
There you go. Scooter, you got a thought?
No, I think it's an awesome thing. I really do. And it's kind of surprising because most people don't know how many that there are out there. And, you don't necessarily see them every day. So.
That's right. All right, once again, take a look at the White River. Beautiful day in store for the Twin Lakes area. The beautiful White River from Marion County into Baxter County. Brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. We will see you tomorrow. Everybody have a great day.